Our philosophy is really centered on consistent results over the long term. And we truly believe that a great people and a great process that will lead to great performance, right? So in terms of people, very deep bench, right? Team-based approach, which is important. We don't believe in star managers. We like to say we have an all-star team. Every one of our managers is a star. And they really work in a collaborative way. And that's important because that means that the best ideas aren't just hoarded into some portfolios. They make their way across all of the portfolios. The second thing on the team I would say that's pretty unique is that the team's focus, right? We don't have SMAs. When you see a 40 Act fund and you see the portfolio manager listed next to it, their full attention is on that portfolio. There's not a long list of SMAs behind that can be distracting. And the second thing is that our portfolio manager's performance is measured by alpha in the active team, not by AUM, right? So I think that just creates incredible alignment with our clients' interests as our teams are investing. And then finally, on the team and the people, I would say, we'll call it the technology, right? Is that they're supported by really cutting edge technology, which isn't a substitute for people, but it really amplifies the PM's impact. So that's people. On process, I'll speak quickly to index. I mean, index is in our DNA. Right? Easier said than done, by the way, to track an index, but we use sophisticated sampling strategies to recoup some of the fees. Mm-hmm. So it's a very sophisticated process with a lot of cutting edge technology in the index side. On the active side, our active process is rigorous and disciplined, right? We have an approach that's both top down and bottoms up, and it's wrapped in risk management at every step of the way. When we're focused on strategies, we prioritize repeatable and reliable strategies, right? This is something that we talk about a lot. We have this concept of an alpha waterfall, where we prioritize those strategies that are the best return per unit of risk. And we are so vigilant about this, making sure that that's where we spend our risk budget. And it's also where we invest. We've worked really hard to build those capabilities to make them very reliable. One I would call out, I mean, Chris has had a credit, but the credit research team at Vanguard in both taxable and in munis is like no one else. They're phenomenal. And that is a very reliable strategy for us that we prioritize. And so to me, that's our hitting singles every day, like grinding it out, that discipline. At the same time, we have an overall valuation discipline, right? We want to have on the right risk at the right time. And I'm going to say that is very different than being fully risk on all the time, which is what you do see in some of our peers. We can be patient. When you're not getting paid for the risk, we take chips off the table and we have dry powder. On the flip side, when the opportunity is there and the odds are in our favor, we are not shy about deploying risk. We are very confident. In fact, that day-to-day discipline of doing that deep research in individual names gives us that confidence to go in big when the opportunities are great. So the third thing I would say on the process, I think is also really unique to Vanguard, we really want to be transparent. Our funds are true to label. Right? There are no hidden surprises, and that's important so that clients can really trust that the funds are going to behave the way that they expect. So that combination altogether, that's what results in those consistent results over time, right? So great people, great process, leads to that performance, consistent returns, plus our low fees. Mm-hmm. That's what we call that powerful performance and cost multiplier. And that's also unique to Vanguard. It compounds over the long term. So look, our strategic focus is simple. We want to bring the Vanguard effect to all of fixed income, right? Now, fixed income is not one size fits all. So we plan to offer a full suite of solutions, and we will continue to evolve as our clients evolve. So this includes rounding out those capabilities in active and extending our leadership in ETFs. In this performance year, which we just wrapped up, by the way, congratulations. It was another great year. And this performance year, we launched 20 new fixed income products. which is a big deal for us. Many of them are ETFs, and that's a much more rapid pace. But we're ready. The team was ready, and we're really excited about this because we think Vanguard is in a unique position to really excel in active ETFs because we are the asset manager who has the presence in both active and index, and ETFs were initially, in the index space. So we've got those capabilities in spades on the index side, and we're migrating that over and combining it with active. So we're super excited to be able to offer our clients access to both in the vehicle of choice.
So we think about our core suite of funds that we have launched. These are total return-oriented funds that utilize all the alpha levers in our toolkit. Core Plus, of course, has more high yield than Core, but the multi-sector income fund as well. This is for investors who are focused on income as well as some total return. But that's a fund that's mainly driven by bottom-up security selection, that reliability where you're getting high income because of multi-sector income with the exposure to high yield or emerging markets, but also the talents of the team to drive that security selection valuation. And we have that, of course, in the traditional, but also the ETF share class as well. Our latest is our high yield actively managed ETF. Yep. And so this is a fund that's the entire rating spectrum. It's allowed to buy loans as well as global high yield. And again, this is an asset class where the primary driver is bottom-up security selection. Idiosyncratic risk is high. We have a talented team, a large team, looking for those opportunities, grinding out that value in the funds. And aside, to look at high yield, it does, when we think about that, certainly there's higher risk in there, but the high yield asset class actually does have attractive Sharpe ratios. Yeah. And so it does fit into diversified portfolios as an asset class. And then also we've had the Vanguard Short Duration Bond Fund. This was from the spring. And think of this as a higher yielding short-term investment grade portfolio for those with maybe a shorter investment horizon looking for a bit more carry. But the nice thing about this is it utilizes the strength of the team. Mm-hmm. The size and strength of the team that brings that Vanguard advantage in the form of funds that are in categories that have seemed to be meeting investors' needs today. And so we're very excited about that.